Hello all, this is the practice session 2 where we will be discussing some of the basic things whatever we have learned, like looping, the list, dictionary, the data structures we use, and some of the basic important built-in functions we have seen, the loops, so whatever basic things we have learned. So I want to consolidate those learnings together and we will do some hands-on. So this practice session will give you good amount of hands-on with these concepts, okay? And this session I will be doing it on Spider. So the only reason is we are going to write some big number of lines of code. Yeah, the same can be done on Jupyter Notebook. There is no restriction, but this will also give you some bit of hands-on on some other IDE which you may want to use it in future. Okay, so this is the Spider window. Okay, we can write, we can start writing. This is the default, the doc string is generated. I haven't written this one, but yes, it is by default adds these basic details, right? So maybe we can write, we can start writing student information. Maybe I will write student database. Okay, student database, we can say. I'm not literally connecting to any database, but here I'm I'm getting create a student database and perform CRUD operations. CRUD means create, then read, update and delete. Okay, these are some of the operations we usually do with databases. So here as well we can try and perform these operations on the data. Okay, so let me save it here somewhere in the home directory and I will name it as a student database. Okay, so I save it. So we can write, we can start writing. Maybe we will see the options I want to give to the user, right? So I want to make it a menu driven. So menu driven means I want to give some options. If user provides some option, then we can perform that particular action. Okay, for example, I will write here print statements and I will see what message I can give to the user. Okay, select some of the options, right? Select below options. Select one option. So I will also, just a minute, yeah, I will also give the options here. The very first thing, we may want to create a new student, so we want to register and then we want to display, right? So maybe register a new student, that is the first option. I can write this one dot, and the second option could be display student information. Okay, so we could also use another option. You can write the way you want. Maybe you can write whole things into a single print statement with /n as a new line character in between these statements. We can do so. Okay, so we can display the student details, student information. So display all the students information is also another option we can provide, or you could ignore that for now. So you can think about, if you want, you can do so. I want to update the student details now. Okay, update student details. Okay, then the next option I can think about is the fourth one. Here I want to remove a particular student. Suppose deregister or enrollment is withdrawn, right? So maybe we can say that delete a student. Okay, so these are the four actions we want to perform, and the fifth would be exit. So we don't want to proceed further. I want to just exit, right? Suppose these are the options provided, and now we want to move on and try explore this, and we want to create. Okay. Suppose I want to put this into a loop. Okay, so that I want to make it run continuously, so that the whole things we can just put it inside the loop, so that it will continue infinitely doing this, but obviously we don't want this to be done infinitely, but as long as you know the input choice is not equal to 5. Okay. So we can do so. We don't know what is choice, so initially we will use a choice as, let's say, 0. Okay, that's okay. You may think about using this as an infinite loop, and then you exit some way using operating system package, OS package, and there are multiple ways to manage this, right, to do this. So the very first time choice is 0 and this condition failed, choice is not equal to 5, that is true, that means this condition is true. Once this condition is true, it will come inside, right, and it will print everything for you to select. Okay, now I want to get input from the user, enter a choice. Okay, so here I get the choice. I want to get it an integer number, right, so that's why I convert it, so that now the choice entered would be integer. So once I get this, I will check if choice is equal to 1. I want to register, correct. So we can call a register function, or maybe a student add function, stud add, and we will see how we are going to add these details. Okay, so this is a function we don't have currently, but let me first form the overall structure of the program. So the option 2, I will go for student display information, right, so display information. Okay, I call this, then elif choice, if it is equal to 3, so we want to update the student information. Then elif choice is equal to 4, I will delete the student information, and else I will I will exit. So I may have some option to do so, or I'll just ignore this, but if other than 5, if something is given by the user, so we have to ignore as well. Okay, so I will say that print invalid option provided. Okay, we don't do anything, right? By the way, it automatically goes to the next iteration. Again, it checks if choice is not 5, condition true, so it will keep on doing this. Okay, so that's how we can do, that's how I can think about getting this done. So you may want to use the various functions now, and we want to in fact get this data with you as per the functionality whatever is provided here. Okay, so let's try and understand how we will do this these operations. So the first of all, maybe I will think about adding this data. So let's have that function up somewhere here. So define add student add, right, stud add. Okay, this is where I want to start with the function definition. Now how to store, that is first thing we have to think about. What is that we are now doing. Okay, in the add function we should have the data, isn't it? So the data we want to get from the user. So what I will do is I will get the data, for example a record I want to create, and I will get the input from the user. Let's say I want to get the number, maybe the roll number, maybe, right? So we can think about taking a roll number, or it is employee ID. Then if it is employee database, we will go with employee ID. So roll number, I want to get a roll number from the user. So since it's a number, I will use it, I will convert it to integer, so that it's easy, we will consider using the same. So that's one. So record has so many things. I can form a list here. So maybe I want to take so many details from the user. Okay, I can directly use here as well. Or alternatively, a equal to int input, let's say roll number, then let's say b equal to input name. Okay, so this is one of the way you get a, b, c, okay, and some data. Then you can create a record equal to a comma b comma c, so that you get one record of all the information for the student, right? So instead of doing this, I can do this particular operation in a single line. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I hope you understand this. Here enter name. Okay, and then the third thing I would use is input name. Maybe I will just use a city. Okay, I will just keep it simple. Okay, you may use some courses. Okay, in the courses you could think about getting this data into another list, so and so on. Okay, so that's up to your choice, how many data, how many records, how many data points you want to keep it. So this is how we can get one record created. Okay, so I will delete this. I hope you understand why I'm using this way. So yeah, this is where I got my first record. Okay, once I get my first record, so what should I do now? So this record, I want to somehow save it in some data structure, right? So I want to maintain a database. So let me use one student info data structure, that is the list, a dictionary I will use, because this is good idea to store into a dictionary with respect to the roll number as a key and the rest of the data as a value, right? So that is one option I can think about. If you think list of list would be another better option, you may think about using that, or you may use some file where you want to store the data. Okay, so we will see how how you can probably deal with this, but for now let's start with student info as a dictionary. So the moment I get a dictionary here, so inside dictionary, if I want to add something against 101, okay, I can simply do something like this, isn't it? So I hope you recall this kind of thing, operation, right? I have just commented because this thing is just for your basic, I want to recall, I want to remind you about how you guys how we have earlier used this dictionary to store something. So this time I am going to use the same thing, but here key would be record of 0, because this is where we are taking roll number, right? That's the first argument. Okay, I can use that, and the values would be record 1 and record 2. So that's how we can use it, right? So but this is little complicated again, so instead of that, how about taking this way, roll number equal to, I will just copy this outside. Okay, and I will remove from this particular list, so that I get a roll number. Just to make it little bigger, I would use the courses. Okay, enter courses. Okay, maybe whatever way you want to enter, we can enter this, so that you will have the records as a list. So we can simply put record. Okay, and the key would be roll number. I don't have to use record here. Okay, so this is how we are putting our data into a dictionary. So this dictionary is now filled up with one record after calling this particular function. Okay, just for our quick understanding, let me also use student display function and print student student info. Okay, so this is a basic thing. As of now, I don't have this function implemented. So let me just write down a dummy function here. Okay, I don't write anything. I write one more dummy function for delete. I don't write anything there as well. Pass. Okay, so suppose this is how we got our basic version, a simple program which has a main code where we are talking about how we can give run a menu driven. Let me run this step by step. We will check how it is working. Great. It does not have any kind of a syntax error as of now. That's one good thing. The second is enter a choice. Okay, it is asking us to enter a choice here, right? So this is what the choice, the very first thing, but unfortunately I don't see anything printed other than this one. Okay, so that means it came here, and then it is supposed to print this information. Okay, but unfortunately I don't see that happening. Okay, let me see why it is not printing. But let me see, give the choice here. The moment I enter choice, let's say 1, I want to add, so integer here, roll number, let's say I add 1001, the name Akash, then the city, let's say Mumbai, let's say courses, I will say Python. Okay, and enter a choice. Again it is asking enter choice. So this time I want to use a choice as 2, that means it is display. So unfortunately it is not doing anything. Okay, let me check, something went wrong for sure. So I have to check why things are not printed on the screen. Okay, maybe somewhere I might have blocked the print statement to print on the screen. Let me just quickly figure out what I have done and I will explain. Okay, just a minute. Okay, the print statement was blocked because of my earlier exercise on this particular spider session. So I have restarted it, and I have reset it about the print statement. So this time if I run, there's no change in the code, but at least we can see the print statements printing on the console. Here you can enter a choice. Let's say choice we want to enter is 1, and I want to use 101 Akash. Then city maybe Pune this time. The course would be let's say Python. Okay, so enter the choice to display. Okay, the moment I put 2 as the choice, so it should okay, I think there is a small mistake. Let me stop here and tell you what has changed here. Studinfo is what we are printing, but I'm calling display. Okay, so that's the problem. Let me run once again. This time I run, I get 1001. Oh sorry, I should have used one option here. Then the roll number is 1002 Akash, then the city New Delhi, then the course Python, then the second option I want to choose this time, and I can see that look, 101 is already there, right, and 1002 is there. Okay, so why this 101? Any case, just think about this, because I haven't entered these details, right? I just have entered the one where the selected are the details I have entered, right? Why I get this one is because I was just explaining you this basic operation, so that is what it is printing now. Okay, this was just for your I wanted to remind you that how we used to assign something into a dictionary. So that was just to remind you. So yeah, I will stop it here. So what I understand out of this is we can get some way how we can add some details into a data into a data structure, and we can print them. So we can definitely print in much better way. Right now I'm just putting the whole thing as a single dictionary, whatever the way it prints. So we can think about adding a bit more details to this. Okay, so yeah, this is the first thing, the very basic thing we have achieved. Now let's say user has entered, let's say 5 or 10 students information, and maybe we want to display this. Okay, display is done. Now maybe we want to update this information, so we can think about using some update functionality here. Okay, I will say that now the user wants to update, so which record the user wants to update is something we have to pull from the database data structure, that is student info. So let's take the first thing, input. We want to take what do you want to update. Okay, whose details you want to update. Enter a roll number. Okay, so maybe this is a good idea. I can just take this R, this is the input I get. Now we want to fetch the record. Okay, now record would be student info of this IR. Okay, so that means this particular row will be provided now, right? So record is there. Now you can just print record and check what are the details you see and what you want to update. Okay, so that for this particular details you can give the various information, this kind of information to enter again. Okay, so there is either a name or a city or a courses, so whatever they want to insert, so they have an option to do so. Okay, so once you get this this particular record, so this is how the record looks like at this moment, and later on you may form another details and you can add this into a same dictionary. Okay, so this is one of the way you may think about adding something differently. That is another option just I'm giving you. Or maybe you can have a dictionary of dictionary. So instead of this list here, you could take a dictionary as well. Okay, so that's what I said. There is many ways you can think about performing the operations. So maybe I can quickly change it to a dictionary. That will be better, I think. Here if I take this as a dictionary, so we can have name, and then we get this details, right? So name colon input, then here again city colon input. Okay, city colon input. Okay, so this way we can get so that your dictionary would be dictionary of dictionary. Instead of dictionary with the list values, you can have dictionary inside a dictionary, and the other details are name, city, and courses. Sorry, here. Okay, courses. So you can have this kind of a data structure. So that way, if you pull a particular record, okay, so you get a record. Now see what all things are there. Now whatever user wants to update, we have to give an option for the same. Okay, so yeah, so that's how it is. It looks like the whole process where how you can update something into the dictionary. Okay, so let me delete this and use this one, student info. Okay, student info of R. Okay, that's the roll number, and I want to update this with the new details whatever we are asking. Okay, so we can obviously customize this. We can make little more interesting, but for now let me keep it as it is, yeah, here otherwise I can do one more thing here. So do you want to update? If yes, then then we can take some input from the user, otherwise we keep it the default one. we can do this way for record in student info of this R. Okay, we get record means key and value. Okay, only key we are getting. ch equal to input input name okay, I'm just trying to see if I can do something interesting here. Dot format and record okay, student info or here I can use record of name. Okay, so the user will get the name here, right? So name, if it is nothing, if name is equal to nothing, name equal to record of name, if equal to nothing, else it is name. Maybe this way you can get let me run this out. This is interesting thing I'm trying to do here. I didn't try it running, but let's see how we can get this working. Okay, so here as well I will use some other variable, record record here. Okay, so here as well a record. So we got name updated and student info dot R of name equal to name. Okay, let me try and see if it works. Then I will definitely do something more with this. Okay, so I see one error here. You can see this is the best part of IDE. So the spider gives me indication that there is something some kind of error, that is a syntax error. So here also it is a warning, so we can ignore warnings, but you can just see if it works. Let me try and try to see the update. Very first thing is record. I want to get roll number 1001, then Akash. I want to get a CT as, let's say, Pune, then course as Python. Okay, so those are the things I have I've entered. 2, it gives you the details available. Now this time I give 3 as an option to update. Okay, let us try and see. So whose details you want to update? Enter roll number. Obviously that is the first thing we have to ask to the admin person or whoever is maintaining this data set database. So we will see what user which user you want to. So we have to give a key. The moment you take a key, so you see that this is the details of the student. Now name Akash. Now you may give some other name, let's say Mohan. Okay, if you gave a Mohan, give name as a Mohan here, so it will take a Mohan. Okay, I think this is something went wrong. Okay, it works for all the three details. Okay, I will work out. I will just fix this quickly. Yeah, in fact we should have here, instead of name we should have something else, but let me see a display and check what happens. See, name got updated this time. Okay, updated with the last one. So update is working. Whatever logic I thought about, this looks good, interesting, and it seems it is working. Just that instead of name I should have used a rec here. Okay, so if I I want to change whatever details I am giving, let me just run this once again. This time I use 1001 Alex, then Pune, then Python. Okay, now 2 is the display here. Now update is the 3 option I do, whose details I want to update. 1001, then Alex, I want to keep Alex, or I want to change it to let's say John. Okay, Pune I want to keep the same, course I want to keep the same. I have to just enter it. So 2. The moment I see that enter option works and John is now, the name is getting updated. Name got updated for this particular ID, that is 1001. So this is how it is working. I think this is good. Let me try and see the small things I have to change. The quote, the bracket here was not proper, so this means if you want to keep it unchanged, you just have to enter to to make sure the existing is taken. Okay, and you can see here roll number. I want to give the space here so that it will take the roll number from the user and it will proceed. So this is how we can use to update. Now let me run this for a little bigger data or more data. So maybe this time we will see enter 1. I want to add let's say 1001 Alexander, then city is Mumbai, then the course is Python, then choice 1. Once again I want to add 1002 Mohan, then Pune, then course C++. I want to add one more, 1003, then Frederick, then let's say Montreal, then the courses is Python and C++ this time. Okay, let me display it. Okay, this looks like our data is there. We have so much of data. Now I want to change somebody's some details, right? So maybe I'll try for 101003. So update 3 option. I want to update whose roll number you want to, whose details you want to update. Enter the roll number for that user. Maybe I will see Mohan. I will change to Mohan. So 1002. Okay, 1002 is what I want to update. So here you can see name is Mohan. Suppose you want to change, you have to give the new name. If you don't want to change, you just have to enter. Now the name, okay, I think I have to change here as well. It is now CT, so the different details it should ask. Okay, but that's okay, I will make it later on. So now city you want to change. Yes, I want to change the city. Let's say Delhi. So there was Pune for Mohan. Now I have changed Delhi. So course I don't want to change anything. Now second option, display. Now see Mohan, for Mohan it was Pune and now we got New Delhi, right? So that's how the update is working. This is a good way. I have just done here 5 and it says invalid option provided. How come? Okay, maybe for 5 it should not save invalid option. I will come to that in the next run. I will check if I have pressed by any chance any other key got pressed. I think control got pressed, I don't know. So for now let me see when we are getting an input from the user here to update. So I should have what data I am trying to update. Okay, so here I will use the key. Okay, the key, something like this. I think let me try this quickly once again. I know this is quite a repetitive task and doing same thing again and again, but I think it's worth, because once you understand this, courses Python, so 2 display, 3 update, 1001 you want to update, you have name city and Pune. I don't want to change name, yes, done. I don't want to change city, yes, done. I want to change course to C++, enter, done. And you can check the display information, and this time you can see that the course got changed. Oops, not really, it has actually changed the name. Okay, I have to again do something, sorry for that, but I think I should have, okay, I didn't test this earlier, but yeah, this is the next thing. In the next iteration, definitely this time we can fix everything for once. So now whatever values we are getting here, okay, is updated, right? So the name is what we are getting, but we should not change or should not use this as a second different variable here, but instead I think we can simply do it. I think let me try this here with okay, I have hard coded name here, right? So instead of that I should have a rec here. Correct? I think yeah, I think this should work now. I'm sure we are almost done. 1001, I think this is the way to learn. Do mistake and correct it, fix it, and then move on. So that way we can do. Let me close this first. Let me run once again. Here I will put option 1, 1001 Akash, then city is Pune, courses is Python. Okay, 2 to display, 3 to update. Okay, what update I want to do? 1001 Akash. Okay, name is Akash, I don't want to change. City is Pune, I don't want to change. Courses is Python, I want to change it to C++. Now I want to display again. Now check Akash, name is Akash, city is okay, I think there is one more mistake happened somehow. Yeah, I have hard coded something here as well, it seems. Yeah, here I have hard coded. So if it is an interactive session, these things gets observed by somebody, but yeah, I think pardon for that, I missed again one last thing. So I'll fix it quickly here, this thing, and then we see that the courses is now changed to C++. So that's the perfect, fantastic thing, right? The update function, I think we are doing a very good at update functionality. So this is interesting, and moreover I want to keep this data stored for permanent, and somehow we may think about using JSON or some other file in some of the another practice session. Okay, but for now here instead of hard coded name I should have used rec. That's it, that was the only mistake I had. So now we will move on. So with this you got update functionality in the best possible way. We have updated so much of the information. Okay, so input, whenever we are taking, we are giving the name and what is the current value. Okay, current name we have. Okay, instead since we are working with this, so record and the maybe we will use it as a field comma value. Okay, this is the better way. So let me try this with the proper names. Wherever I am using rec, I will use field. I will use field here as well. Wherever I am using record and rec together, this is nothing but a value I am trying to use. Correct? Here as well I am using this, so I am using val. Okay, so yeah, this is a little better, so it will create a little less confusion. If at all you want to, maybe you can run once again and check at this stage if we got update working properly. Okay, now the next thing is delete. So you can use the same style here, which record you want to delete. Okay, suppose R is given here, so you can simply use a del keyword and you can use the student information to be deleted at this particular index. Okay, that means this particular key, sorry, right? So this particular lookup tag. So this is how we can delete our data from the database. So this is a simple exercise. I know a bit of code and a little bit of confusion, but the core challenging thing or the interesting thing I found it here is the update function. So we are trying to update this time. I have tried differently, not in the usual way. So I will once again try. Let's say I will use let's say data like 10 is the roll number. Okay, Akash, Pune, course is Python. Then once again 11 is the roll number, John is the name, then city is let's say Montreal, then courses is C++ and Python. Okay, enter again, roll number 12, name Sejal, then city maybe New Delhi, then courses maybe .NET. Okay, 2, let's display. I can see there are 3 or 4. How many? 1, 2, 3. 3 students details have been collected. Now I want to update one of them. Let's say 3. I will use the option of whose details I want to update is, let's say 12. Okay, that is Sejal's detail. Okay, what went wrong? Okay, I have to handle this kind of a mistake, whatever happened. I think by mistake I have entered twice here. Okay, but the second enter was causing the problem. The moment I give 12, here it has printed this print line number 24 is printed here, and then for I get an input and I did not print any input. So what happened? No, I think because of the enter it should not crash. Okay, so what went wrong? Here it says that line number 26 it is filled comma value, too many values to unpack. Okay, I think we have mistaken here. Values is a function we should have used here. Okay, now this time it will work. Okay, so that was the mistake, otherwise this will work. So let's try the next thing or the last thing this time. Invalid option 1 is the right option, 10 is the roll number, Akash, then Pune. Okay, course is Python, then the option 1 again, roll number is 11 this time, Alex, then city Bangalore, and courses is C++ Python. And now I want to display it. Okay, I can display these 2 details. Let me update 3 option, update the details for 11 roll number, that is Alex's details. How it is possible? Why I am getting this error again and again? Too many values to unpack. Record is what? Record is a dictionary. I gave key as the roll number. The moment you do this, you will get into record, and this record you can, okay, just let me fix it, 1 second. Okay, I got it. So it is not values, it is items. Okay, sorry for that. This was a very small mistake, but this time it will work. 10 name Nimesh, then Pune, then courses as Python. So enter, once again I will just take another roll number 11. Okay, choice 1 first and roll number 11 or maybe 21. Then Mohan, then Bangalore, C++. Two details are there. The number 10 will be updated now. 3 option, which number you want to update. 10. Now what you want to do now. Okay, so look, Nimesh, I want to keep it as it is. Pune, I want to change it to let's say Chennai. Okay, so I do that, and Python, I want to keep it as it is. Now let's do a display. Okay, now I can see that the Nimesh's details have changed, only the city part, and the city is now Chennai. Okay, so yeah, that's how we can do. Now the last thing we want to check is I want to do 5 here. So invalid option provided and it goes off, right? So maybe we have to remove this. This does not make sense at this time. For the other option, so and rest of the things looks good. Okay, so perfect. So this is what I wanted to cover in this session. So this is a small exercise, but I think we have worked a little bit with the data structures, the various functions and some operations. So I hope this helps. You guys can keep on practicing. I want you guys to explore more, try to use different data structure and try to display in some standard tabular format if you can. So this is something homework for you. So thanks for watching.